We are at the Cedar-IBSI Fintech Happy Hour. With me is Dr. Ritesh Jain of Infynit. And welcome to the Happy Hour.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I would like to know a little bit about the emerging trends you're seeing in your segment, particularly that is most disruptive to the industry.
So specifically in the fintechs, I come from the banking payments.
Yeah.
I was leading the future of payments and the Visa in the early days.
Yeah.
So if we talk about the AI, actually we have been implementing in 2010.
Wow.
We had a real-time transaction scoring in 2010. That's what we have implemented. So I see like AI is making strides in the market, but the reality to see like how we are utilizing AI in payments and banking. Apart from the fraud or the chatbots, how else we are using AI? That is something to look for. The other thing that I'm seeing, it's a transformation across the industry. So fintech is working as a catalyst for banks and the large financial institution to
Yeah.
move. So emerging trends, what I see like everybody talks about the AI, ML, cloud,
Yeah.
and whatnot, all the emerging
Yeah.
technologies. We are looking into the virtual space as well, like metaverse.
Yeah.
But there's something to look forward that we have been implementing AI for a long time. As I said earlier, like I've been implementing the real-time scoring in the payment authorization 2010 at Visa. I was leading the future of payments for Visa.
Right, right.
So the trends that we are seeing, especially in the fintech space, is in the B2B and the B2C. It's mainly evolving and revolving around the payments and the lending, because that's where the major business is.
Yeah.
Especially in a country like India, the payments business is more around the services rather than the actual payments because of the digital public infrastructure that we have in the country.
Right. What is exciting about the Indian market?
It's phenomenal. The size, the growth.
Right.
If you look into the global markets, India is growing at around 7% a year on year,
Right.
consistently when the markets are struggling globally. And to be honest, world do not have any other option apart from India. So I've got a podcast on that. Please have a look.
Yes, I will.
And it's with the Business Hindu line,
Right.
and it's focused around that, and as well as on the digital public infrastructure.
Right.
So the exciting thing about Indian market is the size and the moving at a pace,
Right.
and all the attention from the global landscape, as well as the markets are opening for the Indian diaspora.
Right.
So it's not only there's quite a lot of cross pollination between the Indian and the global market nowadays.
Right.
Whether it's from the leadership, whether it's from the tech,
Right.
or whether it's from the talent.
Right. So, in nutshell, what cutting edge technology are you using to boost financial inclusion in the underserved communities in India? Now that you're just about to enter India, do you have any strategy in place for serving the underserved?
So let me come back to you. I sit as a member advisor on GPAFI, which is the Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion.
Right.
So financial inclusion have been my part of my life for well over a decade. Now specifically, whatever the initiative that I've done, whether it's a building Infynit in the UK, which I've exited to a bank, the focus on like how I can help people to come out of their debt sooner.
Right.
So that's what the focus was. Like especially in the Indian market, the focus again that how I can help people to come out of and have access to the products. So let's take a step back. It's not just the technology, it's basically the strategy that you need to get it right. Because the challenge in the country today, yes, the jam has pushed the inclusion forward. But in my opinion, and what I say out loud, the definition of the financial inclusion globally is slightly flawed. Because having access to the account is not going to solve the purpose. What people need is having access to money.
Right.
And people need to know a lot more that what they don't need to take rather than what they should take.
Right.
And that's where we need to focus.
Right.
So I've got an impact initiative which I have started, and which is completely focusing around from students in 8th standard to the graduate.
Right.
It's not only the financial inclusion but overall well-being of youths.
Right.
So that is something happening in the background. I will be able to tell you more about it sooner.
Yes. So, I would want to know in which vertical of fintech do you see regulatory changes happening?
Tell me where it's not happening.
But there must be somewhere it's not happening.
So in regulatory changes, certain areas, when we come down to the tech part in the country today, that is still slower in terms of the regulation.
Right.
Why I'm saying this, coming from a global market specifically, I was leading a bank based out of UK. I was a global head of technology for one of the leading banks.
Right.
what I see, there's quite a lot of pressure in the regulation around the tech and the infrastructure in the European market in comparison to the Indian market.
Right.
In Indian market, the regulation is more around the customer centricity, as well as the risk management.
Right.
And that is across the space, like from payments to lending to wealth to the markets. So it's all across. But I still see like there's a slight gap in terms of the tech
Right.
and the infrastructure.
Thank you so much for speaking with us. I
Thank
wish
you.
you all the best and please enjoy the happy hour.